And now we have another presentation, also coming from the circularity sector. And this time she's coming especially from Amsterdam. It's Laili, and she is the co-founder of Molano. As I understood it correctly, it's a company that's dealing with refurbished devices, especially electronic devices, and really working on the whole process of reestablishing them, repairing them, and redistributing them. So I'm quite curious about your presentation as well. Welcome on stage. Enjoy.
I think my presentation got a little bit lost, but we're going to deal with it this way. I'm not a speaker, so I am terrible at speaking. I started as a child, but I'm going to do my best, so bear with me. I'm very happy Christoph went before me, so he introduced the topic so well, and part of my speech will be actually the same as he said, but let's see. So my name is Laili, as it was introduced. I am a co-founder of Molano, and today I'm going to talk about circular economy. But I'm not going to talk from the usual angles. I'm not going to talk about innovation, I'm not going to talk about legislation, and I'm not even going to talk about technology. I want to talk about what we're missing at this moment in our market in terms of circular economy. A small fact about me, I was born in Afghanistan. It's a third world country where we never throw anything away. Not because all Afghans are environmental idealists, we are certainly not, but because of necessity. When you are poor, throwing away stuff isn't just an option. So reuse is built in your daily practice. We give it away to our neighbors, to the neighbors of our neighbors, to our family, to the family of the neighbors of our neighbors. And there are repair shops everywhere. And it's not a repair shop the way we know it here in Europe. So you need to do, you want to repair your shoes, you go to one shop, and you want to repair your bag, you go to another shop. It's not like that. You just go to a repair shop, and you say, I have an electronic, and the repair shop tells you, well, I don't know how to repair it, but wait, I have a neighbor, he knows how to repair it, let me get him. So you go to a place, and your product gets repaired. I went back in 2019 in the streets of Kabul, and I was amazed. I was actually amazed how little these people have and how good they are at reuse. Well, nothing was specialized. It was not optimized. It was just flexible, but it was collaborative. And I think that's what is missing in our market, collaboration. We didn't have sophisticated systems there, but we had simple logistic, flexible mind thinking, collaborate working, and a necessity because no one wants a product to get thrown away. It's just simply not a possibility. So then I come back to Europe, and then I see we have everything here. We have policy, we have legislation, we have infrastructure, we have advanced waste systems. We have all the technology in the world, and yet we all have drawers full of electronics. iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, laptops, every type of electronic device, you name it, that we put in our drawer just in case our phone doesn't work, and we never use. We never even look at it. One day we forget that it's there. So why? Why are we doing it this way here? It's because our system doesn't make it easy for us to get rid of our electronics. So I grew up also here, and I've internalized this European way of handling waste. My parents, however, they're from another generation. If something is not used in our house, they actually work for it to make sure that this product is gone to another person. They call actively the family. They look actively around. As a kid, I used to go to my neighbors. Do you guys need this? Because well, we will not use it. And I think a lot of people would know this from their parents that were the generation afterward. But I think my generation and the generation after me, we don't do that. It's just, well, I give all my stuff to my parents and they make sure it gets somewhere. But it's not my daily practice. It's not that my generation and me and the generation after me, that we do not want to contribute to circular economy. We actually do. But what happens is we only want to contribute if it's fast, if it's digital, if it's self-service, and convenient. If the system doesn't work for us, we will not work for the system. It's that easy. Now, some people could think, well, you guys lack value. I don't believe that. I think it's lack of design. I think we didn't put a new design for the new generation to contribute and to start reusing and actively be part of circular economy. Because circular economy is not that big, it starts actually very small. So it brings me to the real issue, and that's actually stated there. What if the greatest barrier to the circularity isn't innovation, which we have enough, but isolation? Across the whole continent, what do we see? We see governments, startups, NGOs, every type of party finding, building, creating a solution for circular for circularity, so circular solutions. But they're doing it in silos. They don't necessarily work together. We're reinventing the wheel, all on our little islands, looking over each other's shoulders, but never cooperating. Even as a professional, I Googled the other day, how can I get rid of my electronics? And I am from the Netherlands, and believe it or not, this was stated on the Dutch governmental website. If you have a mobile device, try to sell it on, well, we call it Marktplaats, but it's, I think, German eBay, on one of those sites. If you have an iPad, well, try to use it much longer. If you have a laptop, go check if there are repair shops for it. And if you have bigger electronic, call the municipality, maybe they can collect it on Thursdays, and you need to make an appointment usually 2 weeks before. It's vague, let's be honest. It's fragmented, it just doesn't work. I closed the website and I know I will not use all of these options. And I think it's not just a consumer problem. Even if we look inside of our industry, we are not much better. You have refurbishers who only accept certain type of products, and then you have repair shops that only accept laptops, and then you have recyclers that reject perfectly good products because it does not fit their stream. There's no flexibility. There's not a point where someone would say, I will accept everything. Within our chain, we're so hyper-specialized that we cannot move further, we cannot be flexible, and the consumer, they don't know how to reach us. No one is owning a funnel channel. No one is owning a way for us as consumers to go, to put your electronics, to do your contribution, and these electronics will go to the right to the right company to recycle, to reuse, to refurbish, to repair, to put in a second life. There are so many possibilities. I think Christophe just named most of them. I think in Europe we do not have a tech gap. I think we're technologically very, very, very equipped. I think we have a big collaboration gap. And I think with that I come back to, I have still 5 minutes, I'm almost done. I think with that I come back to what Christophe was saying, the egos. I don't think it's ego, I think it's just our way of working. We are not used to anymore to go to our neighbors for milk and sugar and the salt that is missing. So we're also not used to look at other companies and say, listen, I'm actually lacking this. Can you provide me with this? And I will provide you with that, and let's collaborate and go on further. No, we don't trust each other, and we're just building things on our own. So what do we do at Molano? Well, Molano, we didn't start as idealists. We were just 3 entrepreneurs, and we saw some commercial opportunity in use tech. I will be very honest in that. We were not environmentalists. We didn't know what was actually happening at that moment. But the deeper we got, the more obvious the system failures were to us. And over time, we became an idealist, but with a business model, of course. So we started building what I saw back in Afghanistan, a connected, flexible network, but adapted for Europe. So that means integrating technology, including AI, to automate sorting, streamline logistics, and make the entire structure simpler, faster for the users. We're building a funneled model. How we're doing it, it's very simple. It's a simple model. There's one entry for all the electronics and a smart system that filters it. So what can be reused will be reused, what can be refurbished will be refurbished, what can be upgraded will be upgraded, what needs to be recycled will go to the proper channels and will be recycled correctly and without the e-waste ending somewhere in other continents that we then need to go get back and recycle again, like some companies do. We're not trying to do everything ourselves. We actually cannot do everything ourselves. It will take us another 10 years, I think. But we're trying to connect the players who can. We have a big network, and what we do is we pick up the phone and we say, can you take this piece of the pie? And they usually say yes, and there we have a collaboration. So we work together with refurbisher, repair hubs, social enterprises, municipalities, social workplaces, and actually everyone who wants to join and work with us. We think that circularity cannot scale up through good intentions alone, of course, but it also cannot scale up by us working alongside each other. It scales when we reduce friction, when we make it simple, when we take away the complexity for the user journey, and when we connect the right actors together and we make a circularity network. So in our idea, circularity is not a product, it's not a certificate, and it's certainly not a checklist that we need to have on our website to look greener. It's a system. And systems only work for actors inside them to come together and work together. And I think that's also why I'm here. It's to put a call for action for all the actors inside of any industry that works with circularity to come and be in contact with us, and for us to look courageously at collaboration, to not think, to start mistrusting each other and start taking each other by the hand. So we think that what Europe needs at this moment is courage next to collaboration. And also, and I don't know, I will not go into it that much because it takes me only 5 minutes to go into the policy. We also need better policies. The policies that we have are actually great, but they need to be realistic. Let's be honest, at this moment, circular entrepreneurs, they are spending as much time reporting as they are repairing. And that doesn't solve the problem for anyone. And I can go on to the policies. We have the copyrights for, as we call it in the Netherlands, thuiskopie. We have WEEE, that is a great directive, but on every country is implementing it in a different way. So it's actually becoming a nightmare for entrepreneurs. And last but not least, CSRDs that make it very difficult for smaller and younger players in the market to even be able to go through the list that they need to check and recheck. So I will finish this talk with a few things that I want everyone to remember. Europe has the solutions. We have the innovations, we have the pilots, and the proof of points. What we don't have yet is the infrastructure that brings all of these points together. And I think for the next point, what we need, instead of investing in innovation at this moment and in every type of pilot, is to bring together what we already have and start that working together as an integrated system. And then I think we will take the next step and be much more efficient and effective with what we already have. Thank you very much.